my fellow gods and goddesses, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and today we will be reading some graphic novels. So I am a pretty big fan of graphic novels. I've been reading them for since forever. I started off with superhero comics, specifically DC. DC over Marvel any day of the week. Marvel can make movies, but they can't write comics, and I will go down in my grave with that fact. But that's not the discussion today. I usually read about 1 or 2 every week on my weekly reading vlogs, but I have accumulated so many in the past week or so that I feel like it deserved its own dedicated video. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm kind of gonna take you guys with me, kind of like a very casual vlog style of me just reading a bunch of these graphic novels and telling my thoughts about it, all that kind of jazz. So if you guys want to, hear my thoughts on all of these, just keep on watching, and yeah. So let's get started on all of the graphic novels that I'm going to include in this video. So the first one I have is one that I recently just picked up at Half Price Book, and that is the Lightning Thief graphic novel. Don't know the plot of the Lightning Thief. It follows this guy named Percy Jackson, and he finds out that he is a demigod, basically half god and half human, and he gets framed for stealing Zeus's lightning bolt. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm sure you guys all know the plot of Percy Jackson, but there you go. I've never read the graphic novel. I haven't really read a lot of the extra things for the Percy Jackson stuff, so I really am excited to read. The next one is Witches by a bunch of people, but notably Scott Snyder, who is the only one I really recognize. But this is basically a witches horror graphic novel. I really don't know anything about it. I think I saw it on one of those top graphic novel lists, so, and I like witches a lot. That's probably one of my favorite supernatural beings to read about. Yeah, so I'm excited to read this and actually find out what it's about, because this description was very vague, but The next one is Paper Girls. I've seen this on everybody's January wrap-up, and I really love the colors and everything in it. Super pretty. Again, this is one I have no idea what it's about. Looks like the back of it says early hours after Halloween. Newspaper delivery girls uncover the most important story of all time. Suburban drama and supernatural mysteries collide in a smash hit series about nostalgia, first jobs, and the lit last days of childhood. So, sounds like a Stranger Things with girls, which I'm all about. This one is another girl gang, and that is Heavy Vinyl, another one that I've seen on a lot of people's January wrap-ups. Again, have no idea what it's about. I don't really care what it's about, because if I see a group of ladies, I'm gonna want to read it, and that's that on that. So there we go. The next one is another one I've seen on everybody's January wrap-up, and that is Monstress. It's blurred by Neil Gaiman, so that's good to know. You guys know what I'm gonna say? Say it with me. I don't know what it's about. The art's cool. Blurred by Neil Gaiman. That's it. The next one is one that I actually do know something about, because I have read it before. Surprise, surprise. And that is Volume 2 of American Vampire by Scott Snyder and Stephen King. I read the Volume 1 about 2 weekly vlogs ago. I'll link it up here. You guys want to see my thoughts on it. It's basically follows 2 timelines. One takes place in the Old West during the birth of this new American vampire. There are European vampires, and they are basically your traditional vampires where they can't be out in the sun. They are kind of limited in their powers. But then there's the birth of this American vampire who can walk in the sun. They are very powerful, all that stuff. So there's like drama between the two vampires. And then the other timeline is in 1920s, following this girl, and she wants to be a up-and-coming actress, but she ends up going to a party and things go downhill from there for her. So that's what this is about. This is a volume 2, as I said. And yeah, excited for this because I really like volume 1. My last graphic novel is a big, thick boy, and that is The Witcher, the complete comic series. This is humongous. I could easily kill multiple people with this bad boy. I saw this at Barnes & Noble a while ago, and I wanted it so bad, but it's like $50, so I was like, not today. I saw that my library had it, and so I was like, alright, I'll pick it up. And so I don't know how much of this I'm going to get to in this video, but I'm sure I can at least get to volume 1. That's all of the graphic novels I'm hoping to read today. So I'm just going to sign off here, and if you guys want to watch me read these, then stick around and you'll get that. So cue crappy phone vlog footage. Guys, I freaking love this story so much. Oh, like, every time I read it, I fall in love with it all over again. And it was just so good. And it was such a short, little, quick thing. And the art was so cute. My gosh, this is so many views. And I just love it so much. And Sally Jackson is truly the best character in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians. The whole thing. Like, Sally Jackson is the one. She's my favorite character ever. Like, and reading this, I was just reminded of the shit she's done for Percy, and just I love her so much. I love him and Grover and Annabeth. Oh, I just love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. And like being able to like see a lot of stuff in like art form was just really cool. Like the fight with the Minotaur and all that stuff. Oh, I just loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. 100%. Oh, I love it. And I'm so glad I actually own this for myself. Oh, I love it. Okay, so next one I'm going to pick up is going to be Witches. this was wild. Damn. Whoa. I really loved this. So, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to gather my thoughts right now. Okay, so like, it's not like regular witches. Like, it's really nothing like witches that we all know. They're more like monsters, basically. But this was really, really good. I'm not a fan of the art. Like, the art is pretty ugly. Um, like, it's not pretty. But the coloring is actually pretty cool. Like, if you can see, it's like paint splatter kind of thing. So it's different. Like, it's definitely different, and I like that it's different. And like as like the tension builds, like more of the paint splatter, it increases and stuff. So I liked that. It's kind of like a solar flare kind of look to it. Like, look at this. Really cool. But yeah, this is super dark. Obviously, it's a horror graphic novel. And also, I don't like horror. Like, I absolutely hate horror movies. I hate horror. Like, I can't do like movies or anything like that. But I don't mind graphic novels because they're like, it definitely gives me the heebie-jeebies, but like, I'm not gonna get nightmares from this, you know? So if you're like me and don't like movies or anything, I would still suggest picking up like a horror graphic novel because it's not, at least for me, I can handle it. It has really, really good anxiety rep. One of the main characters, the daughter, she has anxiety, and it was really cool seeing like how her family goes through that, how her and her family go through like having a struggle, like the struggle for not only her coming to terms with her anxiety, but also like how her family reacts to like having a daughter with anxiety. So like, if you suffer from that or you like know somebody who does, I really, really liked the rep in this. I thought it was really well done. And I really liked that. So it was a nice subplot to the story, but yeah, it was really good. I definitely will probably continue this. Maybe I probably won't pick it up for volume 2 for a while. I don't know how many volumes there are in this, but I liked it. So 4 out of 5 stars. Now we are going to pick up Paper Girls. Alright, so I really liked the banter in this because, you know, girl gang, but it's like a time traveling kind of story, and I'm just not into that. It's very sci-fi and I don't like it, so I'm not gonna continue this, but I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars just because I did really like the banter and stuff. That was fun. It's just not for me, so I'm not going to finish, like, I'm not going to continue with this, but if you're into that, 10 out of 10 would recommend. So now we're going to move from one girl gang to another and do heavy vinyl. This was so good. Oh my god. This was so good. It was so good. And it was so gay. And it was so amazing. 5 out of 5 stars. Oh my god, I loved it so much. Oh my god. I love them. I love them all. Oh my god. Wow. 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 You pick this up immediately. It is so good. It is so good. Freaking Kennedy and Logan and Chris and, oh, and then Irene and Dee. Oh my god. I love this so much. So much. Wow. Wow. I need the rest of this immediately. 5 out of 5 stars. Alright, so I'm gonna take a break for now and I'm going to finish Monstress, American Vampire Volume 2, and then some of this tomorrow. Alright guys, I'm back and we are reading American Vampire Volume 2. Alright, so this one wasn't that great. It definitely was not nearly as good as the first volume, which is pretty disappointing. I'm gonna give it like 3 out of 5 stars because like it still is entertaining and I'm still gonna continue with it. I just definitely didn't like this volume that much. So the next one is Monstress. Yeah, so I read like 2 issues of this and I'm not feeling it. It's just not for me. Like the story is really weird and like I'm just not into it. So I'm gonna pass on this one and I'm going to read some of The Witcher. Alright, so I listened to the first story in this big boy, and it's called House of Glass, and 5 out of 5 stars, obviously. It's Geralt. It's funny, it's a great story, it's just good. It's good. and I assume all of the stories in here are gonna be good. So yeah, so that's it for the graphic novels. I'm just gonna switch over to quality camera to close off this video. Alright guys, so just a recap. I read 7 graphic novels in this video. I started off with The Lightning Thief, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. Then I finished Witches, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. Paper Girls, which I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Heavy Vinyl, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. And aside from my biases of Percy Jackson, this was definitely my favorite. American Vampire Volume 2, which I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Monstress Volume 1, which I DNF'd. And then House of Glass in the Witcher series, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this quick little overview of some graphic novels that I've accumulated and my thoughts on them. If you guys want to see more of these videos where I kind of do a binge read of a bunch of graphic novels, please let me know. And if you have any suggestions of graphic novels for me to read, let me know down below, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!